South China Morning Post, 26th of July 2023, the U.S. House passes a bill to hold Chinese officials responsible for the spread of fentanyl. China has funded and sold fentanyl as part of its all-out attack against the United States to discredit its populace. Tuesday saw the passage of 3 proposals by the U.S. House of Representatives to limit Chinese influence and competition, including one holding Chinese officials responsible for spreading fentanyl and other synthetic opioids in the U.S. The Stop Chinese Fentanyl opioid bill expanded the definition of foreign opioid trafficker in the 2019 fentanyl sanctions law to include Chinese organizations and government officials who do not take action to stop opioid trafficking. Plays a prominent role in every step of the fentanyl crisis, from producing precursor chemicals to transferring expertise to laundering cartel profits that traffic it into the United States. The bipartisan vote on Tuesday occurred as the U.S. and China consider an agreement on fentanyl. The White House is reportedly considering removing sanctions against a Chinese police forensics institute to win Beijing's assistance on drug enforcement, according to The Wall Street Journal. Before Secretary of State Antony Blinken visited China in June, during which Blinken cited synthetic opioids as a priority, the two parties had reopened drug control negotiations. A working group for the topic was discussed during the visit. However, since then, Beijing has retaliated against U.S. efforts to arrest and penalize Chinese people and companies accused of trafficking fentanyl precursors. Additionally, it hasn't accepted Washington's request to join the coalition formed this month to combat the threat posed by synthetic drugs. Until 2019, when Beijing implemented more robust export controls at Washington's request, China was thought to be the principal supplier of fentanyl entering the U.S. However, U.S. officials say China remains the primary supplier of essential ingredients. End-stage production capacity has relocated mainly to nations like Mexico, where the finished good can be smuggled into the U.S. On Tuesday, the House also approved 2 bills, one requiring Select USA, a federal program intended to draw foreign investment, to work with states to increase investment in semiconductor manufacturing, and another requiring the U.S. State Department to report on China's efforts to undermine Taiwan in international organizations. We face unprecedented health and security threats in the United States and abroad. Taiwan's distinct capabilities, public health expertise, democratic governance, and advanced technology underscore the need for this legislation. The Senate must also approve the legislation before Joe Biden, the U.S. president, signs it into law. The National Defense Authorization Act, an annual Pentagon bill that must be passed, is now up for debate in the Senate and contains more than 120 references to Taiwan and China. This month, the House narrowly approved its version of the opposing the Chinese drug war.